US could send troops into Haiti to prevent civil war after bloody assassination of President Jovenel Moise. The US could send troops into Haiti after bloody assassination of President Jovenel Moise who was gunned down in his home. It is feared the Caribbean nation could be plunged into chaos after the killing which has shocked the world, and experts have already raised the prospect of a Western intervention. Professor Robert Patton, who has written several books on Haiti's turbulent history, grimly said the situation is likely to degenerate and the country to be plunged into chaos. And he said that there could another military intervention as has previously been seen in the last few decades from France and the US with the backing of the United Nations. President Moise has gunned down last night by a group of suspected mercenaries who are reported to have been posing as agents from the US Drug Enforcement Administration. The group, one of whom spoke with an American accent, executed the president 53 in his private residence at 1 a.m. while the First Lady was also injured in the attack. Speaking to France 24. Professor Phaeton said, I assume foreign powers will be very worried about the situation in Haiti, in particular the United States. As we know, in the previous 20 or 30 years, the UN and the United States and actually France have sent troops to Haiti because of political uncertainty and instability. If things get bad, I would assume you would probably have another intervention. However, he went on that Haitians may push back against such an operation as many actually blame the US and other foreign powers for their current troubles. Professor Phaeton added, we don't know what is going to happen. We can only assume things will probably degenerate given the lack of security, the weak police, and the rise of gangs in cities. He went on, it may plunge the country into chaos, and talking to some people from Haiti, there is a feeling it might also provoke a foreign occupation. US troops previously intervened to oust a military regime from Haiti in 1994 in a mission called Operation Uphold Democracy that lasted 6 months before the reins were handed to UN peacekeepers. And again, in 2004, French and US troops also moved in amid further political unrest, which led to another coup. It saw another UN peacekeeping force installed to try and control the worst of the violence with a general election in 2006. However, the peace was short lived, and ever since Haiti has been rocked by disaster, protests, violence, disease outbreaks, food shortages, and allegations of corruption. The killing of President Moise, the latest horrific incident the country's troubled history. Since a revolt which secured its independence in 1804, it has gone from being a French colony to being occupied by the US in the early 20th century, to then being buffeted between the dictatorship and military juntas. It has been reported that the president was killed at his home in the capital of Port-au-Prince at 1 a.m. Prime Minister Claude Joseph's statement said a group of individuals who have not been identified, some of whom were speaking Spanish, attacked the private residence of the President of the Republic and fatally injured the head of state. Mr. Joseph condemned what he called a hateful, inhuman, and barbaric act, adding that Haiti's national police had the situation under control. Videos captured by people living in the same neighborhood as the authorities suggested that the group claimed to be DEA agents. In February, opposition politicians nominated their own president in an effort to drive out Moise, whose 5-year term had expired. Joseph McCain Jean Law 72, a judge, said he accepted the nomination. Moise instead his term in his office ended in February 2022, the claim accepted by the United States. In a statement today, the US Embassy in Haiti said that it would be closed due to an ongoing security situation. President Joe Biden will be briefed on the tragic attack, the White House press secretary Jen Psaki said. Boris Johnson said the assassination of Mr. Moyes was an abhorrent act and appealed for calm in the country. Streets were empty this morning after Haitians woke up to the news of the death of their president. The country's main airport was closed except for humanitarian and diplomatic flights, the airport's director general said. Thank you.